Ever seen someone on TikTok or YouTube saying, you can buy a Tesla and write it off, it's free? Yeah, not exactly. Before you try to write off your car under your LLC or small business, there are a few things you need to understand because doing it wrong can actually cost you more money in taxes or even get you flagged by the IRS. Hey, it's Erin. In this video, I'll break down 3 reasons why you might not want to write off your car and then show you what to do instead using Bizee so you can stay compliant and still protect your business. We want to start with a quick disclosure though first, and that's going to be covering the fact that we are affiliated with Bizee, the main service that we'll be discussing in today's video. If you use one of our referral links in our description, we may earn a very small commission and no extra cost to you. We appreciate your support and we believe in being transparent about this partnership. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and go over reason number 1. You're not actually using your car for business. To legally write off your car, it must be used primarily for business purposes, meaning more than 50% of the time you drive it. Primarily means that the majority of your trips should be directly related to work, like visiting clients, transporting equipment, or meeting partners, not personal errands. When you hear people talk about using their car for their business, that does not include daily drives to the gym, grocery stores, or dinner. The IRS, which stands for Internal Revenue Service, is the US government agency that collects taxes. They require something called mileage tracking. That means keeping a written or digital record of each trip you take for your business, including the date, where you went, how many miles you drove, and why. There are apps for this, or you can use a notebook, but you have to prove your business use if the IRS ever audits you. And audit just means they review your finances to make sure you reported everything correctly. If you don't have these records and they check, they can deny your deduction and even add penalties or back taxes. Reason number 2, the deduction isn't always worth it. When you write off something, it means you subtract that expense from your total income, so you pay taxes on a smaller amount. You're not getting cash back. You're just reducing the amount of income the IRS taxes. For example, if your business made $10,000 and you had $2,000 in deductions, the IRS taxes you on $8,000, not $10,000. You save a little, but it's not a refund. If your business doesn't earn much yet, a car deduction may not help much at all. Imagine buying a $20,000 car when your business made only $10,000 that year. The IRS won't give you $10,000 in cash for that deduction. It just lowers your taxable income, which might already be small. You might also hear about something called Section 179. That's a part of the tax code that lets businesses deduct the full cost of certain vehicles, usually heavy SUVs or trucks over 6,000 pounds in the year they purchased it. It sounds great, but if your business doesn't clearly need that kind of vehicle, it can raise a red flag and lead to an audit. So it's only smart when the car is genuinely used for work and your income level makes the deduction meaningful. Reason number 3, you're mixing personal and business use. A lot of small business owners accidentally blur the line between their business and personal finances. If you pay for personal things with your business card or vice versa, that's called commingling funds, which basically means mixing money that should stay separate. When you do this, it's hard to tell which expenses are really business related. The biggest problem, it can weaken or even destroy your liability protection. That protection is what keeps your personal stuff like your savings account, car, or home safe if your business gets sued. If you treat your business like your personal wallet, courts and tax authorities might treat it that way too, meaning they can come after your personal assets. The smart move is to open a separate business bank account. Only use it for company expenses and track every car-related cost with receipts and mileage logs. This keeps your finances clean, builds your business's credibility, and protects you legally. So what should you do instead? If your business is still new and you don't drive mostly for work yet, it's better to take things slow. Right now, your main goal is just to set up your business correctly so everything is separated and legal. That means forming an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company, using Bizee. They literally walk you through each step of the process and make sure you follow all the IRS rules. When you form your LLC, it's like giving your business its own ID. Later, when you actually start using your car for work, like driving to meet meet clients, making deliveries, or visiting suppliers, that's when it makes sense to start writing off your car. By that point, you'll have the paperwork, structure, and proof the IRS needs to show that your car is a real business asset, not just your personal vehicle. Let's hop over to Bizee. It's the platform I recommend for forming an LLC. They handle everything from your paperwork to your tax ID, and they're super beginner friendly, which makes the whole process way less stressful. Okay, so once you're on Bizee's website, click Start My Business. You'll see the first question: what type of business do you want to form? Choose LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company. Now let's pause here because that term limited liability sounds super legal, but here's what it actually means. When you create an LLC, you're legally separating you from your business. That means if your business ever gets sued or owes money or something goes wrong, people can only go after your business assets, not your personal stuff like your savings account or your car. Next, choose your state of formation. That's just the state where your business officially lives in the government's eyes. Each state charges its own filing fee, which is what the state collects to process your paperwork. Some states are super affordable, like around $50, while others, like California, are closer to $500. Bizee shows this number right away, so you're always knowing what you're paying up front. No hidden charges or surprise fees later. And that's the thing I love about Bizee, is their transparency. A lot of businesses formation sites hide costs or try to upsell you halfway through. Bizee puts everything right on the screen so you can budget properly from the start. Step 2 is to compare the packages. Once you pick your state, you'll land on this page with 3 package options: basic, standard, and premium. Basic plan, this one is free except for the state's filing fee. The plan does the bare minimum you need to legally register your LLC. It's perfect if you're just getting started and want to make your business official without spending extra. But here's the trade-off: you'll have to handle your own stuff, like getting your EIN, that's your business tax ID number. Think of it like a social security number for your business, and writing up your own operating agreement, which is a simple document that says how your business is run. Why people love it: it's cheap, simple, and gets your business legally recognized right away. Standard plan, this one's around $199 plus your state fee, and it's the sweet spot for most people. With this plan, Bizee does the hard stuff for you. They will file your EIN for you, give you ready-to-use contracts you can customize for clients, and send compliance alerts to remind you about yearly filings or renewals so you don't miss deadlines and accidentally dissolve your LLC. Why this matters: once you have your LLC, the government expects you to keep it active. If you miss something like a yearly reporting or renewal, your LLC can be suspended, meaning you lose your legal protection. Bizee basically acts like your business assistant, helping you stay organized so you don't miss those steps. Premium plan, this one includes everything from the other 2 plans but adds expedited filing, which means your paperwork jumps to the front of the line and gets approved in 1 to 3 days instead of weeks. You can also get a business website and add a custom domain email. It's a big deal because when you're trying to open business accounts, applying for financing, or even buy a car under your business name, looking official actually helps. Banks and lenders take you more seriously when you have a real business email and website versus just a Gmail account. So if you want everything set up quickly and professionally in one shot, and the premium package saves you time and makes your business look legit right from the start. Step 3, review and get started. Now on the right side, you'll see an order summary box that shows your exact total. It combines the Bizee plan you picked and your state filing fee. There's no fine print or hidden cost. It's a one-time fee. That's one of the reasons so many people use Bizee instead of a lawyer or CPA to form their business. It's cheaper, faster, and you still get everything filed legally. Once you hit get started, Bizee takes over from there. They prepare your legal paperwork, which is called your articles of organization. That's basically the birth certificate for your business, and they send it to your state for approval. When your LLC is approved, you'll get an email confirmation with all your documents attached and stored in your Bizee dashboard. After that, your business business officially exists, meaning you can open a business bank account, start building business credit, and even buy or finance assets like cars or equipment under your name. Why you should use Bizee instead of doing it yourself. You could technically file an LLC yourself through your state's website, but here's the problem. Each state has different forms, different rules, and different legal steps. If you make one mistake, like missing your registered agent information or leaving out your operating agreement, your filing can get rejected or worse, delayed for months. Bizee walks you through everything in plain English, handles all the paperwork, keeps your information private with their registered agent service, and reminds you about renewals later so you don't forget. Common mistakes people make when trying to write off a car. One big mistake people make is trying to write off the car too early. They buy a vehicle before their business is even making consistent income or before they've officially formed their LLC. When this happens, the IRS can consider the car a personal purchase, not a business one, which means no deduction. Another common mistake is skipping mileage logs or not tracking receipts for gas, repairs, or insurance. Without proof, those expenses can't be claimed. Lastly, many people overestimate their business use, rounding up or guessing. The IRS expects exact records, not estimates. How to prepare before you even think about a write-off. Before claiming any car expense, make sure your business foundation is solid, meaning your setup is correct and your money trail makes sense. Here's what that looks in plain English. Having a registered LLC in your state, this is getting a birth certificate for your business. It proves your company legally exists. Opening a business bank account, which is a separate checking account for your company. That way your business money and personal money never get mixed up. Keeping business and personal expenses completely separate so the IRS doesn't get confused about what's work related. Using bookkeeping software like QuickBooks or Wave, or even a simple spreadsheet to track all your expenses. Bookkeeping just means recording where every dollar goes. Setting up a mileage tracker app such as MileIQ or Everlance that automatically logs your business drives. It records every trip so you can prove when, where, and why you drove for work. These steps basically create a clear paper trail. That way, if you ever need to show your accountant, the person who helps you file taxes, or the IRS, the government agency that collects taxes, you'll have solid proof that your car is being used legitimately for business. What to do if you already wrote off your car the wrong way. If you already tried to write off your car but aren't sure you did it correctly, don't panic. You can usually fix it by filing an amended tax return or working with a certified public accountant. A CPA is a licensed tax professional who helps people and businesses make sure their taxes follow the law. They can help you separate what's business related from what's personal and guide you on how to document things better for the year. Fixing it early can help you avoid interest charges or penalties later. Quick recap. Number 1, don't write off your car unless you use it primarily for your business. Number 2, writing it off doesn't mean free car, it's just lowering your taxable income. Number 3, mixing personal and business funds can get messy and risky. Form your LLC the right way first, then take legitimate deductions later once your business grows. So before you rush to write off your car, make sure it actually makes sense for your business. If you're just getting started, check out Bizee. Using the link below, they'll help you set up your LLC quickly and keep your finances clean from the start. If this helped clear up some confusion, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more business explainers. I'm Erin, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.